When is the right time for your child to get their first phone? It's a big decision and one with lasting consequences. We know that too much screen time can interfere with kids' social, emotional, and intellectual growth. Research shows that smartphones are linked to increased anxiety, sleep issues, and even depression in kids and teens, depending on what they're using their smartphones for and also how often. Still, they've become deeply woven into schoolwork, social plans, and family communication. A phone might feel essential for logistics, communication, and keeping up in today's digital world. And let's be honest, as parents, we want to keep tabs on our kids, literally. Being able to call, text, or track their location offers us a real peace of mind. So, when should kids get a phone? And how do you know if your child is truly ready? The truth is, there's no magic age. Some kids may be ready earlier, while others need more time to develop the maturity and self-control that smartphone use requires. While age is often the first thing that parents consider, it is far more important to look at behavior, responsibility, and communication skills. I'm Marisa from Call to Mothering, and I encourage and equip moms who are raising toddlers to teens. In today's video, I'm sharing 4 signs your child might be ready for the challenge of a smartphone. Number 1, they understand smartphone risks. Kids shouldn't have mobile devices at their fingertips unless they're well-versed in the power they contain. Discussing in-depth risks of cyberbullying, online predators, sexting, and even how to call 911, or what to do if they accidentally call 911, should all come before the purchase of a smartphone. Phone safety is a crucial, non-negotiable conversation that we must have with our children. It's not unlike discussing stranger danger before sending our kids to walk alone to school or to a friend's house, or broaching that less than comfortable birds and bees talk. Smartphones are literally the gateway to the entire world. Kids need to be prepared with what they're going to see and be familiar with what is and what is not okay. If children can rattle off how sharing sensitive personal information in a text is a bad idea, explain proper online etiquette, and understand that social media is based way more on appearances than on reality, then they may be able and prepared to navigate the dangers and not just the technical aspects of a smartphone. Number 2, they show self-control with technology. Kids have a lot of different technologies to distract them these days. Most likely, it's already a huge part of their lives and will remain this way. To test their self-restraint, try setting daily time limits on the hours or minutes that they can use each type of tech. If they complain profusely when their 30 minutes of TV are up or video game playing, then they are not ready to demonstrate the self-control that's required to use a smartphone. If they'd rather stay inside and play video games than, say, join their siblings or kids in their neighborhood in playing a game outside, then they might need encouragement to rebalance the amount of screen time that they enjoy. Kids should also be setting aside technology while they're studying, eating meals, and at least 2 hours before heading to bed. If you're on the struggle bus with screen breaks and controlling time limits already, it's best to delay the purchase of a smartphone until your child can better self-monitor and control their usage. Number 3, they take responsibility at home and school. Kids can and should have age-appropriate responsibilities. It gives them a sense of power. It creates confidence, and it also encourages them to keep up the good work. But smartphones are honestly such a gloriously fun distraction from it all. They are a distraction from hard work and effort that it takes to put into something that produces something incredible. Ideally, kids should be helping out around the house daily, whether it's a 7-year-old folding and putting away her laundry or a 16-year-old cleaning his bathroom. These family contributions should occur without constant reminders before any technology time. Additionally, kids need to be regularly keeping up with their school assignments and homework before you consider buying them a smartphone. You might think that smartphones can help kids learn, and there are some pretty great educational apps available. However, before your kids are ready to dig into these educational resources on their devices, they must demonstrate responsibility in learning the old school way. And lastly, they are willing to communicate openly. At some points, kids stop telling us everything, and depending on the subject, that's okay. So, for instance, your teenage son doesn't want to tell you which girls he's secretly crushing on. And your tween daughter may want to keep a few of her best friends secret. As long as they're appropriate, there are some things we simply don't need to know. But we do still need our kids at any age to come to us when something is wrong. It's important that they feel comfortable confiding in us and know that we offer a safe refuge for them to talk and ask questions. If we don't have a solid rapport with our kids, they are less likely to come to us with problems. With smartphones a part of their everyday lives, things like online bullying, dangerous and risky activities, even suicidal friends, might all be things that our children encounter. Even if our kids do something wrong, we need them to confide in us. And if they come across something that is risky or they encounter a situation that is troubling and is worrisome and making them afraid, we need them to come to us. Therefore, it is crucial to establish and maintain open communication before unleashing a smartphone. This is doubly true if you'll be allowing your kids access to social media. Healthy communication translates to healthy usage. And healthy usage means that no social media accounts can be kept private from you. Now, personally, I would hold off on social media until they're at least age 16, when they're almost done with puberty and have had more time to figure out who they are and what values are important to them. The nature of social media is such that it is highly influential and also addictive to adults, let alone adolescents. If your child shows a pattern of dishonesty and concealment, these are giant waving red flags. Kids that either struggle with lying or tend to be deceptive need to understand that the truth alone will earn your trust and ultimately their smartphone privileges. So whether the latest parenting style is helicopter, tiger mom, or free range, determining if and when our kids can have a phone is a serious question, one that shouldn't be taken lightly. But with proper precautions and preparedness, kids can use smartphones much more safely and at your discretion. As influential as it is, technology doesn't determine the rules in your family. You do. Thanks so much for watching, and remember, you are not just a mom.